talking about libs, this is the Christmas number ones that the UK has had to deal with for, I believe, the last 5 years. I believe that this is their 5th Christmas number one. Christmas number ones are this like weird obsession that the UK has, where it used to be like really important to like see, ooh, who's going to get the Christmas number one? What song is it going to be? It was like a really exciting thing for a really long time. And then Pop Idol came along and Simon Cowell came along and ruined it by making sure that the winner of Pop Idol every year got the Christmas number one. And after that, everybody absolutely hated the Christmas number one and nobody gave a shit anymore. And also people don't really buy CD singles or anything anymore. People also don't give a shit about it anymore either. Yeah, 1 year Rage Against the Machine got it because everybody hated Simon Cowell's monopoly over the Christmas one so much that people decided to fight against it by buying this Rage Against the Machine song instead. Which song was it that they got to number one? Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Killing in the name of. Yeah, that one got to number one. And basically since then, it's just been a massive joke. But for the last 5 years, the Christmas number one has been by this couple called Lad Baby, who say that they're donating all of the proceeds from the sales of their song to the Trussell Trust, which is a charity that funds UK food banks. Apparently, the couple that make these songs are a couple of hardened Tories. And you'll probably get that impression from watching this video because they're very happy to normalise food banks. Apparently, food banks are a thing to be celebrated. You should not question the very existence of food banks. No, you should celebrate the fact that they're there. 15p goes to charity. So yeah, like doing it through a charity single, like, yeah, a hell of a lot of that is going to go to the record label. Some of it's going to go to them. Some of it's going to go to like whatever expenses they spent making this music video and this song. You're going to get a lot more money going to the charity if you don't donate to them directly, for sure. But I guess the other side of that argument is, well, would any money have been donated at all if it wasn't for Lad Baby? Well, I don't know. I think perhaps maybe we wouldn't be in a situation where food banks are needed at all if people like Lad Baby weren't voting for the fucking Tory party. It's just a complete joke. It's just awful parodies of popular Christmas songs. From what I understand, they replace some lyrics with lyrics about sausage rolls or something. I've managed to completely avoid even hearing this once. This is my first ever experience of this track, and I'm quite proud of myself for that. I have not heard this track once. That's how little I leave the fucking house. So I'm gonna check out what the UK Christmas number one single is, and it's going to be terrible.
I thought we were doing Band-Aid.
We are. This is Band-Aid.
No, this is not Band-Aid, Mark.
What do you mean? This is Band-Aid. This is
done?
Robbie Williams. We've got Ed Sheeran. We've got Stormzy. Little Boy George. Adele.
Oi, oi. We are doing Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Not anyone.
These are the worst lookalikes I've ever seen.
I've got Lewis. Martin Lewis.
Hello.
Martin Lewis, the money-saving man.
Money-saving expert.
The money-saving expert. I've got him. Everybody loves Martin Lewis. Come on. This is it. We're doing Band-Aid. It's called Food Aid, and it's all for charity.
This is a war crime.
It's Christmas time, the nation's skint, and they're underpaid.
Oh. Keep in mind that people singing this very song are Tory voters. Okay, just keep that in mind.
'Cause people can't afford the bills. Pray for a sausage roll.
Oh.
There's a food bank on every corner.
Oh.
People every day.
I'm sorry, my My music producer ears just bled just listening to the auto-tune on her voice, but like it's the kind of auto-tune that you try and hide.
And there's nowhere else to go. Here's to them.
They have to like whack the auto-tune up to like 100%, even when she's like literally singing the easiest thing. She's going, all she's doing is going, here to them, and they've literally, I can hear it, they've whacked it up to like 100% pitch correction. She was off pitch, just going, here to them.
Here's to them.
This was like mixed and mastered in about an hour, I think. That's what made it to number one, guys. Do you want to see what else made it to number one? Yeah, you do want to hear it. You do. You know you do.
Hey, mate, you might have to make a quick getaway.
More.
Oh, here she is.
Look at this.
You look beautiful.
Things
Come on.
I do for you.
It's all for charity.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, maybe don't vote Tory then. You know when you get those karaoke backing tracks that are just the cheapest shit, and you know that they were made in 2 seconds from like a MIDI file and some pre-sampled instrument, not even mixed or mastered. Like, this is what this sounds like.
Saw him standing there in the bakery, holding the biggest sausage roll I'd ever seen.
I think this is the first one that they got to number one with.
We built this city. We built this city on sausage roll. Built this city. Come on, babe. We built this city. It's a cylindrical bit of pork wrapped in a puff pasty.
The fucking auto-tune! The plugin is working overdrive. The plugin is like 99% CPU!
Built this city on sausage rolls.
Never lick a pop filter, guys. PSA. None of you have ever bothered to learn how to play a guitar. All right, I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. I don't know how they keep getting Christmas number one. To be honest, I think that they're the only people really striving for it. Because I don't think anybody else gives a fuck anymore. And they came along and they were like, we're giving money to Foodbanks. Therefore, you should buy our fucking charity single as well, even though it's shite. Nobody's actually listening to this shit. It used to be songs that people actually wanted to listen to. Nobody wants to listen to this shit. You want to see the reality of Foodbanks in the UK? You want to know what they're really like? To move on to something very depressing.
And how many people do you think will turn up?
Well, we'll probably have about 200 today.
Why don't you take the cereal out? This is the reality of it. All those abstract words you hear, the cost of living and crises of one kind or another. Well, that's what it looks like.
I've watched this video before. It came out a month ago. It's very upsetting. It really upset me when I first watched it. And I think it really gives a proper, like, grim reality of how fucking shit things are for people in the UK right now who are really struggling. Just to be clear, this town is Grimsby. Lad Baby is sorting everything out. For the last 4 years, Lad Baby has been donating thousands and thousands of pounds to the Trussell Trust. So that means that all the food banks are fine now, guys. This guy's obviously lying about having to sell his mobile phone and his coat and cooking his food on a fire pit in his garden. He doesn't need to do anything like that because Lad Baby have saved him, because that's the Tory way. We don't need policy to change anything. All we need is the generosity of the people who can afford it at Christmas time. Auto-tune will fix poverty. Absolutely. Their only experience with tangible politics is making everything worse, so why would they continue to give a shit? I think that's absolutely right. Brexit was like the only chance for many people to like actually make a tangible difference to politics, because it always seems like the general election never really makes much difference at all. And then they make one tangible difference and it just makes things worse. So they're just like, well, fuck this. I don't care anymore.